So here we are, only my second video of the year, and I'm on my last butterfly of the year. Uh, he's a male. I don't know if you can see him well in this container. Yeah, you can kind of see him. So he's a male, and I've named him Tom, and he wasn't adopted out. It was just me naming him. I didn't do the adoption process really this year. There was just a lot going on, and I really just had one window of time, the month of August, to do the butterfly release. So, yeah, really only 1 month I did it this year. But as I explained in my video at the beginning of August, there's just been a lot going on this year. I didn't have as much time to dedicate to raising butterflies, and obviously if you don't have the time to dedicate, don't do it, because they're, as of now, they're a critical species and we have to do whatever we can to save them. Which kind of brings me to my next thought too. I've only raised and released 6 this year. I had, I think, 4 eggs I gave to my sister because I knew by the time that it was time for those ones to hatch, or sorry, eclose. Eclose is the proper term. That I wouldn't be home to let them out because I was out of town for a few days. And then I had 2 in a chrysalis that I gave to 2 friends that I work with. The one I don't think survived when the one went into the chrysalis. It didn't go in fully, but always give it a chance to see what happens. Unfortunately, one came out with crumpled wings, and when they come out with crumpled wings, they usually don't survive. Well, they don't because they can't fly, and they're an easy target for a predator. But the other one was just fine. And side note, his name was Swayze, after Patrick Swayze. Good name, Carla. Anyways, so yep. So I'm on my last one of the year. And one more thought too that I was going to say before. There's been so much controversy with raising butterflies, and actually in the state of California, it's illegal to raise them now because they're so close to being on the endangered species list. And if they go on the endangered species list, then people like me have to have a special permit to raise them, and I'm not a scientist, so I doubt I would get that special permit. So it's really important, if you do raise monarch butterflies, just to make sure you're doing it the proper way. Don't release sick ones. A lot of butterfly groups I'm in now, they suggest testing your butterflies for a parasite called OE, and unfortunately what people are doing is they're raising like hundreds of butterflies, and they're releasing diseases into the environment with these diseased butterflies, and unfortunately they pass it from butterfly to butterfly and they die from it. So that's why raising a ton is discouraged. I mean, the most I've ever raised maybe it's like in the 20s, but I don't think I've ever raised above 25. So next year I might actually look into how to test for OE, because I want to make sure I'm doing the responsible thing. And I think we all should be trying to do the responsible thing if we're all, if we're raising monarch butterflies. And they also suggest bleaching the eggs, which I've never bleached the eggs. This year I've only gotten from my backyard just to be more sustainable, because when you get milkweed from other sources, like say along the roadside for instance, you're taking the chance of the milkweed being sprayed by the roadside, and then you're feeding your caterpillars infected milkweed that's basically poison, and then they die. So I have just been getting out of my own yard this year. But yeah, they say bleach eggs, which I got to look into that process more. It's like a water to bleach ratio. I don't totally understand it. I'm going to look into it. Again, just to make sure I'm doing the right thing, because the monarch butterflies is such a critical species, and it's beautiful, and we all love butterflies, and I so look forward to this time of year, and I'm sad that it's over, sad that it went so quickly for me, and sad I didn't have so much time to do it this year, but there's always 2023. So this year I released 6. I should have looked to see, the male to female ratio, because I had that all written down, but I'll post it if you follow me on Monarchs Aflutter on Instagram and Facebook. I'll post all that. So we're going to release Tom, and that's it. Thank you for watching my 2 videos this year, or following my social media pages, and we'll see you in summer of 2023.